I'm excited to talk to you guys about this Hawaiian cryptid that I found that actually proves another Bigfoot story.
Wow.
Perfect.
Yeah. I cut out a bunch of this story. Basically, this dude, he works in a sugar plantation in Hawaii. All the sugar plantations have become other businesses. And so this dude, like, I think he's on Kauai. He like lives up in the mountain. He rides a bike through this old kind of like stone wall ruins area, but it's his morning commute every day. And he's going down this road and he hears over the wall's edge. He just hears voices. And this is like everybody kind of like flies through, and he's like, it's really weird that there would be someone over in this area. And so he stops and he looks over and he describes these like human-ish, but like 2 to 3 foot tall, makes no sense like what he's looking at. And they're speaking in some language he doesn't understand. And he steps on a twig. They look up, they see him and just disappear into the jungle.
What are they?
They're called Menehune. And I'm not Hawaiian and never lived there. So I probably just said that slightly wrong, but it's spelled exactly like that. Basically, all over Polynesia, there are these stories of these. They're like pranksters, and Expanded Perspectives has stories about a Native American version that like steals stuff from camps and stuff like that. But they're also known as craftsmen. So this is like a side tangent. There's another story of a guy who was like cave exploring, and then he realizes he's like, no one goes out here. Barely anyone's in shape enough to get out to like where he is. And then he sees his stride is about 2 foot at a casual pace, and he looks down and he said a footprint, like a set of footprints the size of what I would call like a 2 to 3 year old, literally half the stepping of mine. And he's in this cave, and out of the cave wall way back is this like stone bench and like some other fixings that only make sense for someone who is hobbit size. We'll say that.
Yeah.
And so, hey, we're going back to Tolkien. He might have been on something. But anyway, so yeah, this other story, the guy hears a voice and then they ask him, can you like describe for us what the voices sound like? And so the first clip that I want you guys to play.
3, 2, 1.
And it was very unusual language. As I was listening, my mountain bike snapped the twig. The minute they heard that snap, they stopped talking. Then I was thinking, it could be Menehunes.
What did you hear? Like, did you do it a little bit of it?
All right. It sounds ridiculous, right? But then as I'm watching this clip, and this has nothing to do with Bigfoot. This has nothing to do with anything else. He's just telling the story. And like, imagine being asked to make that sound. Like, you'd be like, I'm going to feel really dumb making the sound. Probably has no idea. Play the next clip. Blurry Creatures talks about this all the time. We've talked about this before, but tell me this. Set it down. You guys remember this?
Yes, Sierra sounds.
Right there, just seen movement right through there.
Guys,
That sounded very similar to
Also
his.
realizing I cut out the wrong section of the Sierra Sounds, but there's a section where they're like going much more rapid. They sounds like the same thing.
Yeah.
But so like when you're in Hawaii, wherever the Sierra Sounds happen, Sierra Nevada, I don't know. Okay, makes sense. But you're so far apart. They're saying this is tall Bigfoot creatures. They're saying these other things, but then what you actually have is like this genetic hypothetical, like, you know, you got Chihuahuas and Great Danes. Like, why, if these are actual biological beings, it's kind of crazy that it could be a similar method of communication between different.
Yeah, it's obviously a
cryptid
very
species.
distinct sound.
Mhm.
Like, so like you can't just like there. I mean, you could make a million languages made up and it would not sound the same because
Right.
But
We know so little of what's happening.
yeah, we totally do. 100%. Like it's everywhere, dude.
What do you guys think about Inner Earth?
Inner Earth,
Yeah.
like what's actually underneath the Earth's crust. Like,
do you think there's a whole basically other subterranean civilization world in Inner Earth?
I've actually never thought about it.
It consumes my head. Anytime I see a video of someone throwing a rock down a cave and you just never hear the thing like.
Yeah, you
I'm
look
like-
at the trench, the Mariana Trenches, and like how deep it goes, and we have all these cave systems and all that stuff. Like,
Well, you
there's
think about
surely
the
somewhere.
cave systems, the missing 401,
Yeah,
a lot of UFO sightings around caves, a lot of talks about giants going into caves.
I think about LA's tunnels. from way back, but then why are the aquifers being allowed to dry up? Like, what are they trying to move from one underground area to another using the aquifer to transport stuff?
Yeah.
Like, that stuff messes with my
That
head.
that underground highway.
Yeah.
Yeah.